Good morning, KU. I'm Keely McCormick.
And I'm Rune Johnson.
And it's a sad day for KU students, but a great day for Josh Jackson.
Yeah, unfortunately, Josh Jackson is declared for the NBA draft, and he might be slated to go number one overall, they're saying, which is pretty exciting for him. But he'll definitely be missed as a KU student and KU athlete.
Yeah, that's right. We're definitely sad to see him go, but excited to see where he ends up. So good luck to Josh. And on a completely different note, I don't know if Josh Jackson's ever had a unicorn frappuccino, but that's the new drink at Starbucks.
Yeah, I have a friend that works there, and she said these drinks are pretty crazy. They're for sugar lovers, and they're just crazy sweet, but kind of fun, so yeah.
I personally will be sticking to my coffee, but for those of you that love sugar, there's mango syrup, blue drizzle, and pink powder. So I don't know, if that sounds good to you, head on over to Starbucks.
Yeah, okay, definitely check it out.
Well, speaking of sugar and food, last weekend I got the chance to take my mom to the new restaurant in downtown Lawrence, Wake the Dead. And I loved it so much that I went back to get some interviews and find out more about it. So let's check that out.
Wake the Dead is a breakfast bar. So we serve donuts and coffee and cocktails and breakfast.
I've lived in Lawrence my entire life, and I was kind of looking for something that I thought could add to the fabric of downtown Lawrence.
It's a culmination of art and food and donuts, great culture and great people all coming together.
Rachel's credit, who she's the baker, she has turned me into a donut person.
So I order a lot of edible glitter and we go all out on flavors and colors and creations.
Ooh, I want the white mocha.
So we decided that every month we're going to pick a different nonprofit organization, and 25% of our proceeds from donut sales are being donated to that.
Well, the artwork, along with kind of the vibe and the energy of this place, a lot of it comes from tattoo artists.
The art is heavily influenced from, Dia de los Muertos. That was really paying homage to some special people that we have lost in our lives.
There's a lot of deep meaning in this place.
The sugar skull is a sign of the celebration of life. That's really kind of what we're about.
Wake the Dead doesn't only offer sweet treats and late night beverages, but also a sense of creativity and belonging as soon as you walk through the door. For Good Morning KU, I'm Keely McCormick.
Wow, that place looks like they really have dived into the whole Waking the Dead concept, and looks like they really are inventive with their donuts. Do you know how many donuts they make there?
I'm not sure how many they make, but I know that's definitely their most popular item on the menu. They actually do have a unicorn donut, so if you like donuts, be sure to get a unicorn frappuccino from Starbucks, and then a unicorn donut from Wake the Dead, and you're set.
Yeah, you have the whole unicorn package. It seems like a good time.
Yeah, that's right. And they also have really good food at Wake the Dead, so you can get food or donuts and have a great meal.
Nice, yeah, definitely check that one out too.
Yeah.
Be a good time.
Well, stay tuned because after the break, we will have a special guest for you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Make someone's day. Pay it forward.
Welcome back. I'm Ian Saucy here with Alden Germain.
German.
How
long have you known me?
A long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're a senior here. You're graduating like in
July.
July. Wow. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty scary.
You've had 4 years here, whatnot. So like, what has been your best memory?
The first thing that comes to mind actually is when we won the World Series. The Royals did. and we were all storming Mass Street. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings down on Iowa Street, and then we just hopped in my car and drove as fast as we could to Mass to participate in arguably things the police department didn't want us to do.
Those are always fun activities.
Yes.
Yeah. No. So you've worked with like Media Crossroads basically since the beginning. You were like the first weatherman. Like looking back on your like first show, how was that?
It was pretty interesting. I know because I was like the first actual atmospheric science student to show up and do the weather, and then that was my sophomore year, and afterwards I just started recruiting other broadcast interested atmospheric science students that wanted to get that experience, and now we have a full team across all of the shows here at Media Crossroads, KUJH, and even in the future, it's really exciting, and it's really nice to see how much it's grown and has stayed consistent throughout the years.
Yeah. How have those like other ones been doing here?
They've been doing pretty well. I'm very, very happy with them. I've been able to kind of just coast and let them do their thing. They've been learning, they've been getting a whole bunch of invaluable experience, and some of these freshmen especially, they're really good, and I'm very excited to see how they're going to look when they're seniors.
Really? That's awesome to hear. So you also were in marching band.
Yeah, I was in the marching band for all 4 years. I was in the women's basketball band for all 4 years too. I played the trombone. With marching band, we sat through a lot of tough games. But it was worth it, and I wouldn't trade that experience for anything in the world. And then senior day this past season when Kansas beat Texas, never forget, that honestly was my favorite game ever. And for the seniors especially, that was something really magical.
Yeah, that was an awesome game. I mean, we beat Texas first time in like since 1930s, wasn't it?
Yeah, since World War II. Yeah, it's been a while. And you were down there too.
Yeah.
On the camera stand, risking your life.
Yeah.
Almost taking one for Rock Chalk Video.
Yeah, so, that was pretty
congratulations,
fun. Yeah.
Yes.
No, so since you're graduating, do you have any plans? Do you know where you're going? Have you been applying? How has that been?
I have been applying for jobs. That's very complicated and tedious, so fair warning to everybody trying to do that in a few years. I have submitted a few applications. I don't know where officially I'm going to be going yet, so hopefully by the middle of the summer I'll have a better idea, but in the meanwhile it's just kind of all ambiguous, not really knowing, so that's a little bit scary. It's also kind of exciting at the same time.
Yeah. So what do you hope to actually get in the coming years?
Well, that's a good question. I don't really have anywhere in particular I want to be. I would like to stay in the Midwest. I'm planning on starting out small and just working my way up naturally. Eventually I'll probably be the next Al Roker, except, a lot better. Let's be real. I'll be the first Alden German, and, little kids like your good weatherman Andrew Wagner over there will aspire to be like me. That's what I assume.
Yeah, no. So you want to stay in the Midwest, chase some tornadoes?
Yeah, I would actually. I haven't seen a tornado. That's definitely on my bucket list.
I mean, I haven't either, but I'm
You're
not.
from California.
Yeah.
You don't get those there.
Yeah. So what advice, I guess, do you have, like anyone taking atmospheric science or wanting to be like a weatherman on the news?
Well, for them, and the same advice goes for everybody, and no matter what year in school you are, but especially for like the freshmen and sophomore, just the underclassmen, talk to your professors, honestly. Let them know who you are, and if you're struggling in a class, but you are actually trying, and you go into their office for help, and they see that you're trying, they're going to help you, and they're going to be a lot kinder to you, because you might be struggling, but they can see that you're putting the effort into it. So go and see them, and along with that, just don't be afraid to ask for help. Honestly, if you don't know what you're doing, if you can't do something, there's no shame in admitting that and in going to someone for help.
That's some good advice. So actually, yeah. What was your favorite class here?
My favorite class?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I should probably say J210. That's what got me involved here with everything. I don't really know if I've had a favorite. I've gotten something beneficial, I think, out of most all of my classes.
That's really nice. Yeah, no, that's actually awesome. Like, is there anything else you would like to tell our viewers?
Just stay dedicated to what you're passionate about. If no matter what your major is, if you really like it and you feel as if that's your calling, just stick with it. And even when the going gets tough, you know, just remind yourself that that's what you want to do and that's what your dream is. And you know, if you can get through the rough stuff, you'll be good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming today.
Thanks.
And up next, we're going to have the news.
Good morning, KU. My name is Marcia.
And my name is Katie, and this is your Good Morning KU Tuesday News Update.
The Senate Elections Commission dismissed multiple complaints filed from this past week's result last night. The commission denied most complaints filed against one KU that involved unfair campaigning. They say those complaining did not bring enough evidence to support the claims. One KU was found guilty for not meeting the appropriate talking distance requirements, however. The commission also dismissed Read or Use requests to appeal the voting decision.
During this past weekend, the Coachella Music Festival was being held. Behind the scenes of all the fun, there were more than 100 cell phones being stolen from one single man. People were able to use the Find My iPhone app to help trace down their stolen phone. The thief was arrested and later released on a $10,000 bail.
Snapchat will add augmented reality to its already increasing list of app features. The app will allow users to alter reality with 3D images. The makers of Snapchat say the new filter will give users a chance to paint the world with 3D experiences. The filter was announced this week but is set to launch later this month. Here's the video Snapchat released when they announced the new filter.
North Korea is sending fear around the world due to increased missile testing. Although testing this weekend failed, countries, especially the U.S., are on edge with future potential attacks. North Korea will continue to start missile testing more on a regular basis. The U.S. will begin to work with Japan, South Korea, all their allies in the region, and with China to resolve the issue at stake.
Scientists in the Philippines discovered a group of 5 shipworms for the first time. Scientists have known about the species' existence for years, but haven't come across one until now. A shipworm is unique for its size, which can reach up to 1.55 meters in length. It is also unique because it feeds mostly on mud and marine sediment, unlike others in its shipworm family. Scientists are now able to have deeper studies on the mussel and clam family.
Back in 1976, odds were against Boston Marathon runner Kathrine Switzer, the first woman to have ever finished the Boston Marathon. Now, 50 years later, she has once again beat the odds. Switzer has completed the Boston Marathon at the age of 70. Switzer has fought sexism and now ageism and hopes to inspire women and people of all ages to stay strong and confident in themselves.
That wraps it up for your Good Morning KU News Update. Stick around after the break for your weather update.
Welcome back. My name's Andrew, and we have Melanie outside today, outside of Ann Schute's library. Melanie, is it warming up out there today?
Yeah, it is warming up. There's a little bit of cloud cover and a little bit of a breeze, but it's pretty nice outside, so it's a really beautiful day.
Yeah, and what would you recommend people wear today since it's such a nice day?
Well, as you can kind of see behind me, a lot of people are wearing shorts and t-shirts, so I would definitely recommend wearing shorts today, maybe a t-shirt or a sweatshirt because it's still a little bit chilly right now, but it's supposed to warm up later.
Yeah, it is going to warm up today, so those short sleeves and shorts will be necessary later today. And then do you have plans for this nice day today?
Well, unfortunately, I have to work today, but I would definitely recommend getting outside and enjoying this nice weather before the rain comes.
Yeah, what do you recommend people do tonight to enjoy the weather?
I would probably say like go on a walk or something, or maybe on a run if you're into that, but I wish I could do the same.
Yeah, I feel there. Maybe I'll go on a run later today and enjoy this nice weather. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for going out today, and we're going to move on into today's weather.
Okay.
Yeah. So looking at today's weather, we can see that we are going to have cloudy skies in our area, tree pollen high. So if you are an allergy sufferer, you are going to have a little bit of a rough week this week because tree pollen is going to be high all week. And then next week we have a rainy week. And then today we have a high of 78 degrees and mostly cloudy skies with a temperature of with a high of 78 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. And then our hourly planner, you can see that it's going to warm up for most of the day. And then tonight it's going to be a low of 43, and then tomorrow it's going to be a high of 84 degrees with a chance of rain. So that's all we have.